carrier themselves. Linfeng will be piloting the Orianna, and because Ultra Prime managed to save their counter pick for the mid lane, Saber's choice into this Orianna is going to be the Syndra. Starting to run through the jungle with sweepers. They're actually going to find out, my mistake. OMG didn't actually drop wards, but they're going to go for a delayed invade now. And Junhao is forced to start on the Wolves, and if Hong suspects this, he's going to push them off, and now this is potentially for the makings of a very scrappy level 1, but Junhao gets the smite on the Wolves, and Starry had to flash away from the hook shot. They have to turn on to Wako. Might be forced to pop their own flash, gets away from the decimating smash, and OMG, they're burning a lot of summoner spells, but they're getting corralled, and if they don't play this out well, they could get absolutely cheesed. Here they go! Hook shot flash onto multiple members by Ultra Prime, and OMG just got completely outplayed. Maybe they trade one back, but they're committing forward onto Linfeng, and it's just complete disaster. Ultra Prime, what an opener to this game 4. Earlier, that hookshot flash, ooh, that was money. And speaking of money, Harry might be in a bad place. Junhao follows the flash with his own to land the Tempest into the crippling strike, and it's just too damn easy for the Ultra Prime top jungle duo.
Yeah, and there's not even any follow-up right here. Harry not going to be able to use that zombie form to any good effect. And the way that this early game has gone makes the rest of this game so very interesting. We were talking about how OMG, they needed to just allow this game to happen a little bit, get some items onto your Jinx. You can be proactive through her and try to get into these lanes and get some ganks off, but that's not the way we were exactly talking about. Oh, that's an unfortunate way to have walked right as Hunger arrives.
Yeah, Wako doesn't have flash from the level 1, and at first, if you don't succeed as OMG, you persist through and try again, and try to capitalize on any missing summoner spells. And for Ashe, as you said, that is unfortunate way to find out. Him choose and decide where they should be playing for on the map, and let Rosie Love and Saber be the ones linking up with him and following up on the plays. This is what could happen right now, as Junhao baits them in, goes back in with the Sonic Wave and the Resonating Strike combo, and when you have the mobility and the flexibility of the Lee Sin to just push and pull these fights, Ultra Prime are just in such a winning state in the first 6 minutes of the game.
Yeah, they are on top of this one massively, and I really don't think that it's likely they're going to be, you know, put behind too much at this point. You know, they can keep this pressure up. They've got the sort of composition that can just keep themselves ahead. Don't really need to worry too much about conceding map pressure right now to OMG.
Young definitely has to respect it a little bit. Oh, they were looking for Linfeng. Rosie Love with the Cocoon Flash. Barely misses, but here comes the collapse from Zhang. He's level 6. That's the Hextech ultimatum, and Hung is going to have to rely on the rest of his members. Wait a minute, Linfeng with the shockwave over the wall. Buys a lot of time for Hung to survive, and now Rosie Love is on the wrong side of the tracks here. OMG, able to really dissuade and just completely outplay this fight around the grub fights. Now, Rosie Love will die eventually, because there's no way this spider's gonna get out, but solid win here for OMG.
That is to Starry. Not ideal. Would have liked to have that kill go over to Harry potentially there. Towards the top side of the map, it really unlocks these grubs to you a little bit more. But right now, whenever Ultra Prime are stepping up and trying to make these fights work, they're just using the early lead that they've got for themselves and trying to push that advantage, exactly what they need to be doing. If he steps a little bit too far towards the bottom side of this map, there's still a potential for a ward hop. Yep, there it is!
Woohoo! Kick flash right into Saber's full combo. He didn't even have to use the Unleashed Power. It was just the Scatter the Weak stun. That was gorgeous, Junhao.
Otherwise, that would have been one dead little spider. Still, they're going to have to step back a little bit. They know they're under massive threat at this point. Might be a couple of turret plates lost too if you're able to push this wave through fast enough.
And Saber's trying to be careful to not overextend himself into vision. Hung has got to be careful too. He jumps onto Rosie Love, the flash backwards. The Glacial Fissure tries to break open the collapse from Junhao, but he should have the damage, but Hung buys enough time with that Crescent Guard. Now surely they should be able to get a trade in, but Harry is teleported in, walks in front of Junhao and slams him into the ground with the non-stoppable onslaught. The flash over the wall trying to follow up on forward. Here comes the resets, and we talked about it before. Starry has the potential to take this game over, and that's a way to do it 12 minutes in.
Pick up. That being said, it looks like it's still going to be Ultra Prime able to pick themselves up these grubs. So not the end of the world. It's not the full lead throne, although we may get another skirmish here.
Junhao down a smite. Hung still has available, which is why he's not trying to put any more damage onto the grubs. Scatter the Weak momentarily stuns Hung, and now Junhao trying to reposition for a collapse here. Here comes the teleport. Oh, that was weird. Shockwave just pulls him in, and good night. I don't know what the hell happened to Jung. Junhao going to try to salvage the play. Find Starry onto the back line, but Hung is able to get revenge for it, and now it's all up to Ultra Prime to try and push OMG back into their jungle. Smash, but maybe it was just the teleport particle. I don't know. Unfortunately, Jung got completely smashed, and Saber might have overextended his welcome. No unleashed power. Yeah. Just stayed a little too long on that wave, and OMG are there to punish. That's where we can collapse, and if it wasn't for that top lane teleport collapse from Harry, I don't think Starry gets all those reset kills. I don't think Hong lives as long as he does, and you know, it's a completely different game where, you know, Ultra Prime might have been a little too complacent or resting on the laurels of, you know, how well the level 1 fiasco went on in terms of their way, and now we're back to an even game state. In fact, one where OMG are starting to pull ahead now.
Arrow coming in, does manage to tag, not exactly onto the member you're hoping for, and the tower gonna fall anyway. Ultra Prime, they continue to lose more and more. They at least get the Herald on the backside of this fight.
We're just gonna teleport back to the top side of the map, try and threaten the tier 1 turret on the top side, and that is third dragon of the game, going over to Ultra Prime.
Yeah, I think potentially OMG spent a little bit too much time trying to engage, could have been pushing a little bit further topside as well. That being said, maybe they would have drawn a bit more of a response if they'd have done it then. In the end, they managed to trade that Drake for the tower. Really not the end of the world either way, but it is 3 Drakes picked up right here for Ultra Prime.
Up the top, minion wave gets it pushed in. There's a ward that's propped over the wall, so they have vision at least and know that it is happening. A teleport is coming in for Ultra Prime. Junhao, can he find a miracle steal here? 4,000 HP. They've got vision on it. He's in there. There's the shockwave and knocks him up. Junhao is gone, but here comes the rest of the collapse. Ultra Prime try to find their target on the Starry, but he steps back on up. And here comes the resets. They secured the Otacon, and the GA is going to give them life here to come back to the map. Ultra Prime managed to knock out the Otacon GA and all 5 members, but they lose 2 in the process. OMG, they get into the river. Maybe that's all that OMG wanted. You know, not the most ideal engage, but they don't really have any other engage tools. Maybe this Glacial Fissure. Well, we'll see. Oh, wait a minute! That's the shockwave delivery system we were talking about! Tried, true, and simple. It gets the job done, and no Wako means no Ash Arrow that's going to be coming through anytime soon.
There's no way they're going to keep trying to fight this one, right? Surely Ultra Prime just have to turn around and walk away. They're still trying to poke out. They're still trying to deal just about enough damage. No, really, the Junhao's going to be able to get in to steal this one. He might actually be given an opportunity.
I mean, you can see Jung wants the pressure for Star. He knows that he doesn't have summoner spells. Rosie Love is going to dive on in, but they're getting bursted. The kick flash right into Saber isn't enough. Just one more on attack, but it doesn't have enough damage. Starry survives. Just ripping through auto attacks one at a time. Saber just did not have enough cooldowns and enough bursts on the damage that he had available.
Fallen behind, you've got a Jinx who's up by 3,000 gold, and it feels like it's going to be almost impossible for Ultra Prime to win this one. If they can't get a big pick, that could be it.
It connects onto Lin Feng, and there's the ward hop, and the shockwave hits no one since he was sent flying through the air, and the teleport. This could be sheepish. Thankfully for Harry, he's a big tank, so he's not going to go down that easily.
I think if I was Ultra Prime, I would want to go for that Baron. It feels like you're in the sort of situation where you kind of just need to flip it, but at the same time, that was the Enchanted Crystal Arrow engage that we've been asking for, that we really wanted to see for Ultra Prime, to be able to find those picks before the team fights to get themselves a good situation. Linfeng did have the flash available, didn't even use it. The flank pull off at all, and now we've got Drake spawning 50 seconds time. That will be sole available for Ultra Prime. Mountain as well, that would do wonders for their teamfight ability, having that extra shield.
Yeah, and if they can just make sure that OMG don't get set up to do and rip Baron.
Now the Drake is going to be started up by OMG. Ultra Prime, what's the response? Because it can't be nothing.
Yeah.
It might be nothing.
I hate to tell you this, Blockster, but it might have been nothing. I think they got crabbed.
Yeah. has really taken a lot of the wind out of the sails of the awesome flank. This, though, pretty cool.
Hey, what is this? There's a flank, and Saber might be compromised here. The immediate flash from Hung trying to capture him with the 3 talent strike. Incoming Super Mega Death Throck, and that's the power of the full lethality. Jinx, he just destroys Saber off the map at 50% HP, and no Syndra means this Baron is ripe for the taking.
It's just going to be a trade of Baron for tower, unless, of course, we can get a great steal right here from Junhao. It would be so cool. He's done it before.
4,000, 3,000, 2,000. He's in!
He got it! Oh!
Oh! Savior for Ultra Prime! You said it at Game 2, Bloxer. We've got a series on our hands, and Junhao is delivering on that promise.
Big flank teleport. We've been talking about big flanks. This one is massive. Oh, if he can catch. Oh,
Hung
this
is
is perfect.
compromised. Wait a minute, Hextech ultimatum, and there's the Ash Arrow. It's gonna stop OMG from being able to
He's
bail
dead.
out their jungler. This is big. Ultra Prime, is this enough to carry on forward? Here comes the teleport for Harry. They've lost Rosie Love, but they haven't lost their jungler, and they just need to burst down this dragon. One Jung trying to heal up off of this Raptor camp, and that could expose Starry and Linfeng on this backline. They don't have Hextech ultimatum anymore.
Harry's
Saber's
so
in trouble.
massive.
That's a flash forward. Junhao tries to go in and save it. They haven't even gotten close to burning down this dragon. They've got to be careful about how they play. This is Shockwave pulls Junhao as he was trying to go back. Good kick right through the back line, but One Jung has taken out Starry, and now he can save this fight. Junhao, good flash over the right side of the wall. It's just Linfeng, nail Linfeng, and there's no more damage in the rest of this composition from OMG. Ultra Prime are playing it so damn well. They rip through it on Linfeng, tries to rip through one and saves it for now, but Harry is gone. The rest of Ultra Prime have saved the game, and this Mountain Soul is their prize to claim.
That team fight was a mess. Back and forth, back and forth. This game is ridiculous. This series is ridiculous, but...
Hang on. I think we're just going to have the roll right into the setup for the Baron. Junhao already scouting ahead into the bottom side of this river. Rosie Love looking for a flank, maybe if he can try and pincer onto Starry. Remember, no summoner spells onto Starry. He's taking up a lot of damage. Baron is secured by OMG. The Glacial Fissure knocks up Junhao. Gotta be careful and respect the damage out of this Jinx. But there's no summoner spells. If they can find a way to close the gap onto him, but Saber is caught! And that's the first reset for Starry, as they're going to try to use the movement speed to power on forward.
To be able to walk into that one, we're just trying so hard to find a way in. They had a little bit of a flank from Rosie Love, but nothing too big. And now, last stand potentially in their base. These champions shred towers.
Oh boy, Mountain Soul, how much can it save Ultra Prime's game here? Rosie Love tries to buy some time. Jung gets a lot of damage there, but Junhao gets blown up. There's the resets once again, and not even a Mountain Soul save, not even a Baron Steel save is enough to deny what OMG wanted to bring. A Game 5. We're going to Silver Scrapes, ladies and gentlemen.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.